Hey y'all, so Ray Puerto here, and I'm just gonna give a little kind of, I guess, experience or kind of talk about me and Fortnite. And let me tell you, man, it's been such a joyride. Where I started off Fortnite, it's just kind of like hearing about it. Oh, you know, it's the new game, it's the it game. Last year was PUBG, and then this year was Fortnite, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's super cool. This concept of battle royale, 1 versus 100, or you versus 99 other players, and the survival of the fittest, last one standing wins. I'm like, you know, that sounds cool and appealing, but I never really cared for it. You know, it was out on the Xbox and PS4, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Congrats on them, but you know, it's not a game that appeals to me. You know, it's a shooter and a builder, and I was like, it's like Minecraft with guns. So I was like, cool, that's no problem, but you know, it didn't really bother me. Then this E3 2018, Nintendo just said, hey, you know, Fortnite's also coming to the Switch today. I was like, oh, that's super cool, you know, maybe I'll give it a chance. And I waited about a week after, you know, then they patched up some things, and I was like, cool. My friend, Hohai23, all of a sudden said, yo, man, we gotta definitely try it out. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Let's give it a shot. And it was at that very moment that I was like, holy crap, this game is so bad. And in a sense of it's so bad, it's for us, it's like we sucked at it because we're good at shooters, but or at least he's better at shooters than I am, but we don't know how to build, so we're decent at shooters. So in terms of a gunfight, we can win, but in terms of building and understanding the mechanics of what a gray item versus a blue and gold and green, like all of these are super foreign to us. And it was actually Hoho23, follow him on Twitter and Instagram. He's the one who suggested, like, hey, let's play on it on, you know, one night. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. And it's funny because he says, hey, just plug in your earpiece for your phone with a microphone, and you'll be able to voice chat in game. And I'm like, oh, really? Word? So I was like, dude, that's super cool, because I think it was enabled from the recent firmware update. So I'm like, this is awesome. And it was a weird experience, I guess, because it was in a Nintendo console where I'm just like playing this free game, not having to pay services for, at least for now, and we're just skydropping. You know, we're going into this us two in duels versus other people, and I'm like, this is crazy. We suck. We get destroyed really fast, but like we're learning, so we're like, all right, let's go back into the game. We start picking up items. We start switching our axe, and it took me, at least me, forever to figure out, all right, how do I build something and then switch to my pickaxe and then switch to my weapon? I know it's easy, obviously, it's just with experience and time to play. But initially I was like, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. And I got into a gunfight, I switched to my hammer or my pickaxe, and I'm like, wait, I have a gun, how do I switch back? And I died. So we both sucked at it, but we kept at it, you know, 2 or 3 more rounds, and we ended that night. I was like, you know what, this is fun, let's try it again the next night, which we did. And let me tell you, it was that night, the night after, I was like, this clicked. It clicked for me. It was just convenient and appealing. I was just in my bed just playing, and I didn't have to do anything. I just had to just chill and relax and voice chat with him over the Switch's network, or Epic's network, whatever. And it was just fun. I was like, this game is dumb, but I'm having a blast. And let me tell you, ever since that, I started looking up videos on how to get good, how to build, how to tell the difference between, you know, this side and this side, and locations of dropping. And then I'm like, I started loving it. I started learning how to do the building aspect, where I think it was with Hoho or It's Jim C. We played this, it was on season 4 when it first came out. So they just introduced this playground mode, where you get to farm more items, but you get to just kind of experiment to see how the world is. And that's where I started to learn how to like build. Like, okay, let me build a ramp. And I felt so proud of myself. Like, yo, I built a ramp. I went across. I'm so happy. And actually, the first time playing with Hoho23 and I, when we first dropped in, again, we knew nothing of the game, or at least I didn't know nothing of the game. I saw this island outside of this island. I'm like, yo, how do you get to that island? Can we just like parachute out close to it and go to it? And then, because we're dumb, or at least I'm dumb, I didn't realize that that's the island you depart from, and you don't go back to it. But I'm an idiot, So I flew to that island, noticed that was the island where we spawned. I screen recorded it and I shared it on the Switch. So it was super funny, and I'm like, how do you get there? And then in the playground mode, I started to learn how to bridge, and it just clicked. I'm like, of course, I could just build a bridge. Stupid. And that's when I started to learn how to build bridges, how to build a vertical wall, and start to like slowly get used to farming, understanding why is there like a blue red note every time I'm mining. It's because when you hit it, you start breaking the material faster and getting extra resources. I'm like, I didn't know that. That's super cool. You know, I was just watching videos of how to do these, and that's when the building started getting fun. I didn't even know how to build a hole in the wall. I'm like, how the hell are these? I see people build kind of like a gazebo on the sides with, you know, they can walk through, or doors, and I'm like, then it started to click. You know, I started to like practice and mess up and goof up and panic and die. And then that's when I started to learn how to build a door and whatever, you know, sharing with people who suck at the game or aren't as good as, you know, these professionals, you know, in Twitch, CNN, Ninja, and all this stuff. That's just, you know, a guy your level. Hey, did you know if you could do this? No way. Hey, did you know you could do this? I'm like, yeah, but oh, what? So it's super cool. And then I started learning about the weapons. Different weapons have different feel. And I was like, man, that's super fun. Let me go ahead and just try to see what I can learn in terms of the weapon color. Uncommon, common, uncommon, rare, and epic. And I'm like, it's like freaking like Pokemon cards. It's like, just hope you get a good Charizard, you know, get that gold, and you'll be good. And hopefully, you know, if you have good skills of aiming, you can go ahead and get your kills. And I'm like, bruh, it's super cool. That was really fun. I started getting a preference to weapons of like silencers and grenades, as opposed to shotguns. But then people jump, and then it's really fun. The weapons are very different. Each of them feel like I hate it and I love it, and I have my favorites for sure, and I'm biased towards that. Surviving was something pretty cool because I went in with the mindset, I'm gonna try to win one battle royale, and my friends already won. They actually did a squad, and they're like, hey, yo, the whole team is here, we won. And when I'm trying to survive, I'm like doing duels, and I'm like, we're trying to get good. It's Jim C and I, and Hoho and I are trying to get good. And then it was, I guess, because of the Switch audience is like, you know, it's not many shooters, or not many of that crowd is on the Switch, so it kind of gives me like a good advantage to, at least with my decent shooting skills, I was able to kind of actually win one victory on like, on, you know, 1 versus 99, and it was a rush. Like the game just clicks of like that whole one more game. I do it with the HMC and Ho-Ho 23, where it's like, that felt great. You know what? I took that L, I feel comfortable. Oh, I won. Yo, let me end the game, or I could do better. Let me do another streak, you know, or try to do better. But it was so much fun. And I've been playing this game for free, and I spent like 20 hours into it, and I was like, you know what, this game is really fun. I'm having a blast. I'm sharing so many clips onto my Switch and sharing it online. I'm like, you know what, Season 5, I'm gonna give thanks to the developers and be like, yo, my man, here's, you know, the premium for the season pass. Thank you for everything, and I'm gonna keep playing. And I did, and the season pass opens up kind of like a new playstyle for me, because it's not the cosmetics and the extra stuff and the silliness of it. It's like the challenges. Go to some place and get 3 kills, and I'm like, why? It levels up your battle pass, but it kind of, ¿cómo se dice? It encourages me to play a different style that I'm not used to, like out of my comfort zone. For instance, get 3 sniper shots, sniper kills, and I'm like, I hate snipers. But to level up my battle pass and get more experience, I'm like, I'll give it a shot. Okay, I hate the hunting rifle, but it's the most damage dealing. I see the zoom scope, it has better shots per second, but they're not as strong. So I'm like, I'm learning more about snipers. As before, I didn't care about it, so I was just like, deuces. So the daily challenges plus like the weekly challenges in the battle pass, it honestly helps me kind of play the game differently and explore more. For instance, get 3 kills in some graveyard. I'm like, there was a graveyard in the game? I didn't know that until like I looked it up. I'm like, oh my god, let's go there. And I start going there and I start getting kills. I'm like, holy crap. they added vehicles in season 5, and I'm like, jump through fire hoops. I'm like, fire hoops. Now, I don't entirely care about winning, but I care now about exploring what the game is trying to show me. That hey, you can get on this go-kart, run through the flames 10 times around the map, and you'll have fun. And I'll be in places I'm like, I never been there. I haven't seen that. Oh, I know that. I didn't know it had that, and it's so cool. It's kind of like definitely a new game, but it's a new game for me to open up and play. And that's kind of what it's been with my experience. I'm just trying to level up my battle pass, enjoy Fortnite for what it is. It's a fun game where you pick up and play, very fast paced. You kill as many people as you can if you want to, but the whole point of the game is to survive and be the last man standing. So take the route to achieve that goal. But man, let me tell you, that mine is just chill, mellow, but it's so fun. It's a fun game, especially when I share it on the Switch. When I see stupid stuff of this time rift, jumping through go-karts, warping through time, getting out, realizing my boy, he forgot to left and he just died, and we're just laughing about it, screen sharing it, to Twitter. I'm like, this game is fun and it's free. Of course, yeah, I paid for it, but for the battle pass, but the game baseline is free. You could have just as much fun. And that's how I'm enjoying Battle Royale, Fortnite Battle Royale.